To another video. This is actually kind of basically a voice reveal. The first video I'm actually using my voice, and mostly because I just figured out how to goddamn do it. And I'm bored today, and I am actually going to be ranking every quarterback in the NFL. Currently, and it will be from elite, above average, solid, below average, and just talk garbage, plain out. First up is Big Ben. Now, a lot of people might put him below average or something like that. I'm gonna put him at a solid quarterback. He's a pretty solid quarterback. I don't really know where to put him above average. No way, not this year. Below average, you can't say he's below average with his age. I mean, he's pretty old, and he actually had put up decent numbers. Now, next up is Baker Mayfield. He's actually, I'm gonna put him above average. Some people might hate, but I really don't care, honestly. He did good. He had a good season without Odell Beckham, and he still put up good numbers. Honestly, Madden overrates him, and in real life, he's underrated. So, Josh Allen, I'm gonna put him at above average, mostly because this is his one good year, and he just showed what type of team he is without Stephon Diggs. I mean, he still had a great game, right? Stephon Diggs had a bad game. Honestly, I wouldn't put him at the elite level yet, just because this is his only good year. Drew Brees, I am putting him as a solid quarterback. Now, a lot of people hate on me, but listen out. Hear me out, okay? If I put him at elite, right? He was an elite quarterback. He chokes in playoffs like almost every year, right? And his most of his games in the regular season were like within 10 points. And I could put him in above average, but if he had a bad team, right? He probably wouldn't even make playoffs. I mean, he had a good players around him, which is mostly why he came out solid, and his defense really carried. So, Alex Smith, I'm putting him at a solid just because of what he did this year. Coming back from that injury, still being able to play games. Yeah, I really respect the dude mostly because he played for the Niners. Yeah. Cam, I'm putting him below average. I mean, he would be solid, right? I mean, I still think he was doing great until he had COVID, and COVID really messed up his season. And because of that, he did. If you want me to say, he did flat out awful this year. Derek Carr, I'm putting him in below average. I mean, he was a great quarterback, right? He'd be solid, maybe above average if he never got injured. Stupid Colts. But yeah. I really respect Derek Carr. Dude, Kirk, I'm putting him flat out trash. A lot of you will hate on me. There's no way he's getting above average. At the very most, he's solid. But most people put him below average. I'm putting him at garbage, okay? The Viking, he need to find a better quarterback. Jameis Winston is a solid quarterback, okay? I mean, just from throw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in one season, that's a flat out impressive, okay? And I say he had one of the worst offensive lines that year. If you put him with a really good team like the Saints right now, I say they're still going to be a playoff team. Next up is Dak Prescott. I'm putting him above average because he can really put up great numbers. But, his team is actually trash. His defense is trash. But other than that, he's a great quarterback. I don't know how he's going to play, coming back from his injury. But I do think he's going to be, he's above average. Sam Darnold, now, I'm going to put him, not really trash, but I'm going to put him below average because, he's still a young quarterback. I haven't seen enough of him yet in his career, I mean, you can't blame him. The Jets are just a flat-out awful team as a whole, but maybe if Sam Darnold was on a better team, he might put up better stats. Eli Manning, I'm going to put him as a solid quarterback. I mean, he's won a Super Bowl, I mean, I got to put him at a solid. I wouldn't put him above average or anything because, when you have a trash team, I'm just going to put him at solid. Nick Foles, I'm going to put him at a solid quarterback just because, he won a Super Bowl, but now he's, like, pretty garbage. Jared Goff, I'm going to put him at solid as well just because, he made it to a Super Bowl. I don't really know how both these teams will go after this, but Joe Flacco, He is below average. I mean, he did win a Super Bowl. I got to respect that. Not really, because, he did against my Niners. But, yeah, he's not doing good in his career lately. I mean, he's not even starting. Drew Lock is just flat out trash. He can't complete a pass if his life depended on it. Matt Ryan, okay, you guys are going to be in shock here, but I'm putting him at above average, because you guys saw it, okay? This year, he had he's putting up great numbers, right? He can be on any team, and he'll still pass for, 5,000 yards a season. If the Falcons, this is kind of like a Cowboys case, right? Like he's kind of like a Dak Prescott, in my opinion. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm going to put him at solid. I mean, a lot of you will say he's inconsistent, put him below average. This part of this is a little biased, but, led us to Super Bowl, kind of like a Colin Kaepernick. Phillip Rivers, I'm going to put him at solid just because he made playoffs, knowing then he's 40 years old. That's pretty impressive. I mean, I know Tom Brady won the Super Bowl and all, but, I mean, it's Phillip Rivers. Andrew Luck, I'm going to put him at solid. He's a solid quarterback. I'm not really going to put him above average or anything like that. Marcus Mariota, you know what? Marcus Mariota, you're below average. He's had a few great games here and there, right? But he's not even good anymore. Mitch Trubisky, you're going trash. I'm not even going to have to say more about him. Daniel Jones, trash. No words needing to say. Dwayne Haskins, I'm going to put him at below average just because, he did pretty bad on the Redskins. But who knows what he'll be like on the Steelers. Carson Wentz, I'm going to have to put him below average. I really want to put him on solid, but, injuries have definitely affected him deeply in his career. Kyler Murray, I'm putting you at above average. I mean, he didn't make playoffs this year. I mean, if any Cardinals team would make playoffs, it'd probably be this one. It was close. I mean, if he could stay healthy throughout his career, he's definitely going to be an elite quarterback. No doubt about that. Deshaun, you're going elite right away. Yeah, Deshaun Watson, you're being elite, okay? No matter what you did, you're going elite. You to even win the amount of games you have with a trash team. I mean, I feel bad for you, dude. You wasted a year with your clown. Your GM is a clown. I'm just gonna say that. Tom Brady, elite. He's the GOAT. So I really can't say anything else. Matthew Stafford, I think I'm gonna put him at solid. I mean, because we haven't seen him. He's been on a trash team his whole entire career. And now he's on the Rams. I do think people are kind of making him overrated and stuff, but yeah, we'll have to see. Carson Palmer, I'm going to put him at solid. I mean, he had a pretty good career. I mean, honestly, once he got older, he was pretty trash. Aaron Rodgers, yeah, elite. If you were on a different team, dude, a better team. I mean, Packers, you're such a good team, but you always choke in the NFC Championship. If you trust me, okay? If you were on the Niners, you'd win a Super Bowl, okay? Wilson, I'm putting you at above average because you choke every playoff game. Lamar, I'm putting you at above average because of the same reason. Mahomes, you will be elite. What else is there to say? He's a baby goat. I'm gonna put you at below average. You too. Are these the last two quarterbacks? Okay, Minka. I'll put Minka at solid. I mean, he's a solid quarterback. He's old now though, so that's the only problem. Andy, I'm gonna put you below average. I mean, he had pretty good years in Cincinnati, honestly, but now, I mean, you're different. Okay, there's nothing else to say really. I mean, you're just trash. So here it is, guys. This is what I ranked. I ranked every quarterback. It's not 2021, but who cares? Yeah, this is basically a voice reveal. I'll rank every point guard in the NBA next. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace out.